When you think of hand tracking games, you probably think of firing bullets with your fingers. But the reality has been that most of the games are simply just tech demos and not that much fun either. Well, have no fear, Waqman is here. Today, we are going to go through the 20 best hand tracking VR games. And considering Meta have updated the Quest to make hand tracking even better, makes these games so much more fun. Talking about fun, remember, we have our 60k subscriber special giveaway on right now, where as soon as we hit 60k, the winner can choose any game they want from the Quest, the Pico, or even the PSVR 2. And to enter, simply like the video, subscribe to the channel, put on bell notifications and comment hashtag waqman60k down below. Well, let's get straight into the video. Now, these games aren't in any order. Some will be free, but some will be paid. I'll try and note which ones are free, but this can change in the future. So, number 1, Rogue Ascent. Now, I personally believe this is probably the best hand tracking game out there. Rogue Ascent is a VR game that combines roguelike elements and hand tracking technology to create an immersive and thrilling space shooter. You have to find weapons, gain perks, and craft upgrades as you fight to save your planet from destruction. The game features a procedurally generated space station that changes every time you play, offering different enemies, traps, and secrets in each run. Rogue Ascent also has a retro futuristic art style with low poly graphics and neon colors, as well as a synthwave soundtrack and sound effects that match the mood and the intensity of the gameplay. This is a game that showcases the potential of hand tracking in VR, as you use your fingers to shoot lasers, rockets, and grenades at your enemies. You actually can't even use the controllers, as there isn't even an option for controllers. So this game is truly the best for anyone that is having any controller issues. Number 2, Dracula. This is a VR roguelike role-playing game, where you embark on a magical adventure in a world filled with wonder. With precise hand tracking and voice commands, you can unleash the power of verbal conjuring and unlock a diverse range of elemental skills. The game has an extensive single-player story that will send you on a quest to find an elven princess. You will explore different environments such as forests, caves, and dungeons, and face various enemies and bosses. The game has more than 10 combinable hand tracking gestures that bring fireball projectiles, thunderbolts, and special attacks from the air. You can also use voice commands to cast spells such as fireball, lightning, or shield. The game also has a low poly art style with bright colors and dynamic lighting. This is again probably due to the limitations of the Quest. The game also features adaptive music and sound effects that match the mood and intensity of the gameplay. Dracula is currently in its alpha stage on SideQuest with more content and features planned to be released. But it's free for now. Number 3, First Hand. Now, First Hand lets you use your hands to interact with the virtual world. You can build puzzles and build robotic gloves that gives you superpowers. The game is developed by Meta themselves. First Hand is free to download as well, and it's actually quite fun, immersive, and has intuitive gameplay. However, it is quite short in length, and the hand tracking can be glitchy sometimes. But considering First Hand is a free VR game that showcases the potential of hand tracking technology and offers a unique and enjoyable experience, it's a great one to show off to friends or family. It's also from the same people that made First Contact. Number 4, Cubism. Now this is a relaxing puzzle game where you fit 3D shapes into a larger puzzle. Hand tracking makes it feel like you are playing with real blocks. The game features over 60 puzzles with varying levels of difficulty, as well as Zen mode where you can just create your own puzzles. Cubism is great for its minimalistic design, soothing music, and satisfying gameplay. Not only that, it also has pass-through, so you can basically play it in augmented reality. It actually feels so cool. Number 5, Hand Physics Lab. Now this is a sandbox game where you can experiment with different physics-based interactions and objects. The hand tracking lets you manipulate the environment with realistic hand gestures and movements. The game also offers over 80 levels and various challenges and scenarios, such as driving a remote control car, playing chess, or painting a picture. It's actually one of the originals, so Hand Physics Lab is a fun and immersive way to test the limits of hand tracking and VR. Number 6, Walls of the Wizard. Now this is a magical adventure game where you can cast spells, brew potions, and explore a fantasy world. Hand tracking lets you use your hands and wands and feel like a wizard. The game has 2 modes, Classic and Natural Magic. Classic mode is a free experience where you can discover secrets and Easter eggs in a wizard tower. Natural Magic mode is actually the paid expansion that adds more content and features, such as new locations, enemies, and quests. Walls of the Wizard is a charming and whimsical game that showcases the potential of VR magic. It actually feels really cool to be able to do it, and even though the game is quite old now, it is beautiful and actually works really well. Number 7, Vacation Simulator. Now this is a humorous simulation game where you can enjoy various activities in different vacation destinations. The hand tracking lets you interact with the environment and the characters more naturally and expressively. The game has 4 locations: beach, forest, mountain, and resort. Each location has its own mini games, quests, and secrets to discover. Vacation Simulator is actually quite funny and relaxing game that will make you laugh and smile. Although there will be some frustrations when you're trying to figure out what do you actually need to do. But overall, I think it's a great one, especially for the younger ones. Number 8. The Curious Tale of the Stolen Pets. Now this is a charming game where you explore miniature worlds and find hidden pets. The hand tracking lets you touch and play with the cute animals and objects. The game has a heartwarming story, beautiful graphics and clever puzzles. The game has 5 worlds, each based on childhood memory of the protagonist and his sister. Each world has a theme, such as winter, pirates or prehistoric. Your goal is to find all the hidden pets and some coins in each world by interacting with the environment and solving puzzles. You can use your hands to touch, grab, move and play with objects. The Curious Tale of Stolen Pets has a heartwarming story that unfolds as you progress and listen to your grandfather's narration. However, the game is actually relatively short, taking around 35 minutes to complete. Number 9. Little Cities. Now this is a city building game where you can create and manage your own miniature metropolis. Hand tracking lets you place and move buildings with your hands. The game features over 60 puzzles with varying levels of difficulty. The gameplay mechanics are basically drawing roads with your finger, placing buildings from a menu and balancing happiness and population of your citizens, as all city builders do. You can also rotate, zoom and tilt the islands to get different perspectives. The game has a tutorial that guides you through the basics. Then you can choose from 3 different modes, which is Puzzle, Zen or Attractions. Puzzle mode challenges you to complete specific objectives such as reaching a certain population or happiness level within a limited space and time. Zen mode lets you create your own city without any restrictions or goals. You just do as you want. Attraction mode allows you to add special buildings that have unique effects on your city, such as a Ferris wheel, a castle or a volcano. Overall, it's a relaxing and soothing game that you can have fun whilst just using your hands. Number 10. Unplugged Agita. A rhythm game where you can rock out to your favorite songs with an invisible guitar. The hand tracking lets you strum and fret with your fingers. That's not very easy though. The game has a core track list of 20 plus tracks from across the history of rock music and another 20 tracks unlocked along the way. The game provides a thrilling and innovative way to play air guitar in VR with responsive hand tracking and accurate strumming patterns. But I can't play guitar anyway, so it's kind of difficult for me. You can choose from 3 different levels, easy, medium and hard. You can choose your avatar, your guitar and your stage with different outfit, colors and effects. You can even interact with the crowd and environment, throwing picks, smashing guitar or setting off fireworks. You can learn from the mentor, the satchel, the frontman or Steel Panther, who will teach you how to play and give you feedback. You can also compete with other players on the leaderboard or play with your friends in multiplayer mode. It's actually pretty impressive. Number 11. Tiny Castles. Now Tiny Castles is an action puzzle game that was built from the ground up using hand tracking. It's an experimental project that was developed internally by Meta to test necessary interactions for a hands-only experience. The game does not require any controllers, just use your hands and fingers. In the game, you play as a powerful being who has to defend your castle from invading enemies. You can use your hands to place and move towers on the battlefield, as well as upgrade them with different abilities. You can also use your fingers to shoot fireballs, lightning bolts and other spells at your enemies. The game has 5 worlds, each with different themes and challenges. The worlds are forest, desert, snow, volcano and space. Each world has its own enemies, traps and secrets to discover. The game also has a Zen mode where you can create your own puzzles. Overall, Tiny Castles is a great one to check out for hand tracking. Number 12. Elixir. Now this is again one of the originals. It's actually a free game and an interactive experience where you become an apprentice to a powerful sorceress. Hand tracking lets you perform magical experiments with your hands. The game is short though, and it is actually a fun demo, but it showcases the potential of hand tracking in VR. The coolest thing is when you dip your hands into the cauldron and then you get octopus fingers. It's actually kind of cool. It has a humorous and quirky tone with a sorceress who guides you through various tasks and secrets. Plus the voice acting is actually really well done. I would just wish it was longer. It's probably around 5 to 10 minutes. But it's free, so if you haven't checked it out, try it. Number 13. The Line. A narrative experience where you explore a miniature world inside a diorama. Now the game is set in 1940s Sao Paulo and follows the life of Pedro and Rosa, 2 miniature dolls who are in love but forbidden to be together. The game uses hand tracking to let you touch, move and play with the diorama, as well as trigger events and animations that advance the story. You can discover secrets and Easter eggs hidden in the diorama. You can unlock a free roam mode after finishing the story where you explore the diorama at your own pace. The game is praised for its beautiful and hard-style emotional storytelling and innovative use of hand tracking. However, this is not really my type of game, as I actually like to be more involved than really watching an interactive movie. But if you enjoy this type of stuff, then this is actually a really good one. Number 14. VR Workout. Now this is a fitness game that uses your whole body as the controller. Hand tracking lets you punch, push and pull objects in VR without any wires or straps. The game has a core track list of 20 plus tracks from across history of rock music and another 20 tracks unlocked along the way. You can choose from 3 different levels, easy, normal or hard. You can customize your avatar and your environment with different colors and themes. You can track your calories burnt, heart rate and workout duration within the in-game statistics. You can join or build circles that work together around the globe with multiplayer group workouts. You can access a free mode where you can create your own workouts with custom songs and exercises. Overall, VR Workouts is actually a fantastic game. So if you're into workout games, this is actually a fantastic one, especially with the hand tracking. Number 15, T for God. A roguelike shooter that uses non-Euclidean geometry to create infinite procedurally generated levels. Now the hand tracking lets you interact with an environment and weapons more intuitively, although it is a little bit finicky with that. But the game has you exploring a futuristic complex where you fight robots, solve puzzles and discover secrets. With the hand tracking, it lets you grab, reload and aim your weapons as well as manipulate objects and switches in the world. The game is known for its impressive use of the impossible spaces, which makes you feel like you're walking through an endless corridors and rooms within your own small play space. It's actually incredible, and I think it's the first VR game that actually implemented this. So check out T for God. Number 16, Sunshard Might of the Gods. This is an action RPG game where you can wield the power of the gods. What you do is defend your totems from waves of enemies that try to destroy it. The hand tracking lets you perform different gestures to summon fireballs, lightning bolts, tornadoes and other powers. You can choose from 4 different weapons, hammers, axes, swords and daggers. You can choose your character and your totem with different skins and colors. You can track your score, your kills and accuracies with the in-game statistics, and you can compete with other players on the global leaderboard. You can even access a sandbox mode where you can experiment with different powers and enemies without any limit or pressure. Number 17, Interdimensional Matter, a puzzle game where you manipulate cubes of matter across different dimensions. The game has you trying to reassemble broken objects by aligning their cubes in different orientations. The game uses hand tracking to let you pick up, move and twist the cubes with your hands. The game is a short but a sweet experience that challenges your spatial thinking and hand-eye coordination. You can choose from 3 different difficulty levels, from easy, medium or hard. You can customize your cubes and backgrounds with different colors and patterns. You can track your time, moves and score with the in-game statistics. You can access a free play mode where you can create your own puzzles with custom cubes and dimensions. Number 18, Voxel Works Quest. Now this is a copy of Minecraft, but from Wish. So it is a sandbox game where you can create and destroy voxel based worlds. The game has no objectives or goals, it's just a creative mode where you can build anything you want with voxels. The game does use hand tracking to let you shape, carve, color and erase voxels with your fingers. It's simply a building game, although it has hand tracking. You can just play the real Minecraft in VR anyway, and even directly on the Quest. I've got a video showing you how. So this is one for someone who actually just wants the hand tracking part. Number 19, Meteoric VR. Now I've done a full video on this. It's actually quite an interesting game and it feels like you're firing key blasts. So it's a low poly first person shooter where your mission is to defend the Earth from dangerous meteors in space. So the fate of the little planet you're standing on is in your hands. Will you live up to the task? The game has a unique mechanic that you have to make with your hands to achieve successful shooting. Like I said, it's like firing key blasts from your hands. You don't have to press any buttons on your controllers to shoot, just move your hands forward really fast. Also, you can play without controllers on the Quest 2 anyway. The game has a multiplayer mode where your friends can join on their phone and send meteors to your planet. It's actually kind of interesting. The mobile version is available on Google Play and the App Store. The game has a fitness element, and shooting with your hands is a great exercise for your arms. It makes you really tired, to be honest. The more often you play, the more fit you will eventually get. It also has a scoring system with multiple power-ups, adaptive music, and even has live support for anyone that's wanting to do content creation. And last but not least, number 20, Piano Vision. Now this is a piano learning platform powered by augmented reality. It's available on the Quest 2 and can be used with MIDI-enabled keyboard to align a virtual piano to your real keyboard. The game uses pass-through to teach songs by displaying notes falling in sequence towards the keys. The game mechanics include hand tracking in combination with real-time responses to what you play through a connection with a MIDI-enabled keyboard. The hand tracking gives you an indication of where your fingers are on the keys as you play. You can calibrate your physical piano with the app, which allows for a range of different keyboard sizes. Piano Vision also has other features such as the ability to upload MIDI files and connect your MIDI keyboard using either a USB cable or Piano Vision desktop app. You can also calibrate your keyboard and adjust its position using the keyboard adjuster in its keyboard settings. To be honest, overall, Piano Vision is an innovative and engaging way to learn piano using VR technology. And back in my day, I wish I had that so I could have actually learnt the piano instead of just trying to pretend. Well, that's all folks. I hope you found some great unique hand tracking games. Now go and finger blast away. Also don't forget to enter the giveaway. Well, thanks for watching. Have a great day, stay safe and see you next time.